Hey, I'm Tom from GAMINGbible, and I'm here with Mark, and
Hello.
we're talking about Star Wars Squadrons, which has just been announced, even though it was kind of announced last week, leaks and things. But yeah.
Yeah, it was announced last week, and we've got the reveal trailer today, or the cinematic reveal trailer.
And that thing is gorgeous.
It is beautiful, and it's shown off a lot of interesting things. We're both big Star Wars fans, and we're very excited. Yes. So among the things that we have seen are some of the ships that we're going to get to fly.
Yes. You kind of covered a little bit of that. You've actually been through this video more than me. You've actually gone bit by bit, kind of seen what you can spot. And like you've spotted quite a lot of ships in this. Like they haven't cut back. They haven't held back. They've gone all out.
Yeah, so we've got X-Wings, Y-Wings, A-Wings, and the U-Wing, which I think was introduced in Rogue One.
Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
cool.
know if, well, it was definitely in there because I watched it the other day and it was definitely in it. But there's no B-Wings, which was slightly annoying to me as a Star Wars fan.
I mean, this is set after Return of the Jedi. Again, this is now becoming a trend where all Star Wars games are set after Return of the Jedi. So you can't expect them to be there.
But it looks like it's set between the end of Return of the Jedi and the Battle of Jakku, because it's the premise is that you are doing battle with the Empire as the new Republic, not New Rebellion, New Republic. Yeah. So you either get to choose if you want to fight for the New Republic or the Empire.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So obviously that still needs to be a battle. So it takes place before Jakku.
Okay.
So yeah, you get to fly in any of those ships as the goodies. As the baddies, there's a whole bunch of TIE fighters that you can fly in as well. Again, judging by what we've seen in the trailers, we've got TIE fighters, TIE bombers, TIE interceptors, TIE reapers, which is an interesting one because they are actually troop transports canonically. Right. So I don't really know why they're in there, because this has been confirmed to be a first-person co-op like dogfighting game.
Yeah, well, one of the modes that we know about is kind of you take down one of the main ships. So there may be an aspect to that. Maybe you bring in troops and drop them off on those ships, and maybe they'll have their own little thing that happens aside while you're fighting. So I might.
I don't know. I mean, that'd be kind of cool if there was like a small RTS element in there where you could fly the troops in, just leave them to it, and then you go about dogfighting your way through.
I mean, they go in, like lower the reactor shields, things like that.
Yeah, but it's going to be a 5v5 online battle. I don't think I don't know if there's any couch co-op. They haven't said anything about couch co-op.
You presume there wouldn't be much couch co-op going on there, mainly because the game has a VR aspect, and balancing co-op and VR, that's kind of a I don't know. I don't know how you do that for like half an hour each.
Yeah, I doubt that. But still, it's an interesting premise, and it looks like it's going to be running on Frostbite.
It does. It looks very similar. I mean, that's part of the aspect that makes me think why it's running at this era in the Star Wars franchise, because they have a lot of assets built from Battlefront 2, especially campaign quality assets that can be used, because TIE interceptors, things like that, they all, I think, appear in the campaign.
Yes, well, the TIEs definitely do. And as well, you fly an X-Wing in the campaign. But the dogfights multiplayer thing in Battlefront 2, you obviously have all the different ships in there. But again, no B-Wing. So yeah, it would make sense if they're reusing assets from that game, because it was confirmed that it was a spin-off, not necessarily a fully fledged game in its own right. Although the press release that we saw has it at $40, not 50, 60, whatever a full price game would be.
Yeah, that's a mid-range price game there, isn't it? It's not a full-blown experience.
Yeah, but still, don't mind that at all. As long as it's fun and interesting to play, happy. Like they would have, I think, it's being made by EA's Motive Studios, and they would have to do a lot wrong for me to not want to buy this game, especially from given what we've seen.
Oh, yeah. So one thing we've not spoken about yet is the actual factions themselves. So we actually know their names. So there's the it's the Vanguard Squadron, and what's the Empire?
Titan Squadron.
Titan Squadron, wow.
So you play as the Vanguard Squadron for the New Republic. Not much is really known about them in canon. In Legends, they are a bit more fleshed out, but in canon, it looks like you're going to be basically tracking down the remnants of the Empire, taking the fight to them. And as the Empire, you are playing as Titan Squadron, who are completely new. There are no mentions of them, as far as I can see, in either canon or Legends, so I'm sure somebody in the comments will be able to tell me that that's not true and I'm an idiot.
There's always one.
Or probably several, maybe I'm the idiot here. Yeah, but you're playing as a brand new faction, I suppose, within the Empire.
Actually, there's one thing that I spotted which you didn't, which I was very surprised you didn't see. WEDGE Antilles is in the trailer.
He's back. He's back,
Yes.
baby.
After his
Wedge
very
is my
brief
boy.
cameo in The Rise of Skywalker, he is now in this game. Confirmed. Well, hopefully confirmed. It was very definitely... It was him. It was him, right?
I mean, the reason that you clocked it because it looked a bit like him, and I mean, it's with the Uncanny Valley, it's always a little bit like, I don't know if that's him or not. But the helmet is Wedge Antilles' helmet.
Okay.
And we know he's an X-Wing pilot. We know he was obviously active after the Battle of Endor.
Yes.
And this would obviously, like I say, it needs to take place after the Battle of Endor and before the Battle of Jakku, which we know that Wedge did fight in, again, canonically. So he's still active in this period. So it'd be interesting to see how they're using him as a cameo character.
Is that the word? Is that the word they're using, cameo? Or do you reckon he's... Oh, so that is the word they're using.
Yeah, again, the press release that I read through said that there will be cameos from
Okay.
certain Star Wars characters. But he wasn't actually in Vanguard Squadron. Again, canonically, he was in something called Phantom Squadron, which he set up himself and was doing missions with. So it might be that you fight alongside other squadrons within the single-player portion of this game.
Yeah.
And, you know, but then there's customization, so there's maybe nothing stopping you from making Wedge Antilles.
Oh, no. There's a really funky Wedge with like a big mohawk and things like that.
Oh, God, no. my inner fanboy is screaming out at that, saying, don't do that. You're tarnishing it.
No,
yeah, but there's a lot of interesting things here. And again, if it's anything like the dogfighting multiplayer mode of Battlefront, but more fleshed out and with some more interesting ideas, then I think they're onto a winner here.
Yeah, I mean, that's a different thing about it. Not to carry this on, because I was ready to wrap this up, but it isn't like that. It's not third person, it's first person. We're actually in cockpit, so that will be a whole new dynamic for me, because I'm crap at like first person flying aspects. I've been playing Deliver Us the Moon the other day, and the sections where you're floating around in first person through the low grav areas, I can't control any of that. I can't get my head around it. I really struggle.
Good.
Give me a third person camera, I know what my character's doing, but this is a whole space. Is just there's space in it. Don't know where you're going.
I mean, remind me not to let you into my squadron if that's your thingy of your skills.
Yeah, I'm very poor. Anyway, that's Star Wars Squadrons. It's been announced, it's been revealed, and hopefully we'll see gameplay at EA Play, which is on the June 18th, is it?
Yeah,
June
Thursday.
19th?
It's gonna be Thursday. Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we'll probably, hopefully, hear some more about it then.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Thanks a lot, Mark.
Cheers, mate. Talk to you
See you later. You too, pal.